Howdy, howdy. This is Richard Hay, and I'm here with Blake Pollock, who is a fine teacher in Alamo Heights in San Antonio, Texas.
True.
Where she teaches third graders, I think. Third graders, yes. So she is still seeking the opportunity to get a trophy.
True.
In a Texas 42 tournament. Now, she has won some tournaments where they had some baloney crap things that
I
were not...
haven't won any tournaments. I've placed fourth.
Oh, fourth.
And got $50 here in Hallettsville state warm-up like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I placed second in third in Bastrop,
okay.
But there was no trophy for third place.
Only for first and second?
Yes, that's
lame.
And then second someplace else, and I got money and
whatever.
Yeah, no trophy.
You're still on the lookout for the trophy. And to be fair, we were very, very close, me and Blake.
Yes.
To getting, we got to the final 8, and we lost to the flats. It was at Kalachi.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Kalachi.
And we were playing the flats, and we beat them in game 1, and we lost game 2 7-6, and we lost game 3 7-6.
Yes.
But if we had won one of those 2 7-6 losses, we would have been in the final 4. We would have gotten a trophy.
Yes, and we crafted the coolest standing domino table ever.
We did. We should have. That was when we won. Is when we were standing. We should have kept them standing.
Yes.
Should have kept them standing.
Yes.
Anyway, that did not happen. But anyway, so I was going to ask Blake, how did you learn to play 42? Was it in Nacogdoches?
No, I was first introduced to the game by a boy that I was dating in college. His grandparents lived in Burleson or Cleburne area, and so that's Hot 42 land up there, and they were lifelong players. And so I played just a little bit, and then
liked it.
I loved it. And then about like at Thanksgiving and things like that. And then about 10 years later, I dated another guy that was an avid player and got to play a little bit there. Also loved it, and then was constantly seeking opportunities for groups. But this was pre-internet and pre.
It's hard to know there was a national that this Hallettsville thing existed or anything.
No clue. So I
or
guess,
you might have done that.
Yeah. So like 20 years between the first time I played and then finding you guys in about 2017, 2018
Somewhere
when
in that
I
range,
found
yes, that's right.
you guys through Facebook.
Because there was no real San Antonio club.
No San Antonio
in fact,
club.
Blake is the founder of the San Antonio.
I would call myself a co-founder, but
co-founder, yes. She's the one that, she
I manned the Facebook
put a flag
page.
in the ground, and she said that she claimed that city for Spain.
Yes.
And the god and the king and all that.
Yes.
And so, so now there is actually a
San Antonio 42 Club.
A group of people that meets at Chester's.
Chester's Hamburgers every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Games start at 6.
Right. And and you have a good number of people that are from San Antonio. Also people from outside of San Antonio.
Yes.
And I imagine you get some people that hear about it and had played 42 and were interested that just show up.
Yes, absolutely. It's a mixture of all ability levels and
all are welcome.
Old timers and new timers. Yes.
Right. Okay. So you learn from at those different places and Burleson and the learning.
Yes, but those were like very intermittent. Like I only played a handful of times, and was always looking for game, trying to teach people to play.
That's a challenge.
Yes, that is a challenge. When you don't really know how to play.
Yeah. No, you're right. Exactly. I have found that in California, my best way to cultivate opponents was game night. So you wait until someone has a game night,
and then show up.
Right, and
with
then
the goods.
Well, with a set of dominoes.
Yes.
And then essentially, whenever it's your turn to pick the game,
yes,
you pick this game, and then and then everyone is willing to learn how to play it.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where once people play it a little bit, you're going to have some people that are just like, I don't like this, and I'm not going to do it
It's
anymore.
either your thing, or it's not.
Or it's not your thing.
It's not your thing.
Like one of my daughters. Every time I try to teach her how to play, she's like, just tell me which domino to play, Dad. Because she doesn't want to think about it.
Right.
She just doesn't like that whole aspect. So she doesn't like it. So I'm never going to, drag her to a 42 tournament because she's not into it.
Right. Same for my son. I've taught him the basics, but he could care less.
There was a guy at a tournament in Manor who had his son was his partner, and it was clear that he forced him to be his partner, and that the son wanted to be anywhere else on earth.
Right.
But in that tournament,
Right.
and he would renege, maybe on purpose, and and
just
then
to upset his father. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you'd call him on it, and then the dad would be like, "Okay, professional," and I'd be like, "It's a tournament, and there's prizes and money, and your son is totally throwing this." But anyway, so I didn't want to be him.
No, absolutely not, nor do I.
Indeed. Well, anyway, the video is going to cut off in 5 seconds,
Okay.
so we'll just say this is Blake, and thank you for watching.